Okay, if I were to tell you to lead a tuck turn from closed, would all the leads know what I'm talking about?
Raise your hand if you wouldn't.
Raise your hand if you wouldn't know. Okay, cool. We'll do this. So closed means you start out in a closed position. Tuck turn means you go rock, step, tucker on the first triple. That establishes some compression into your left lead left, follow right. And then you spin her under the compression. And once you get done with your tuck turn, you're sort of out here open. So after the tuck turn, I want us to take our lead off to our left again, like we did last week. So to rewind, we're going rock, step, tuck, triple, rock, and we'll do basically the same move as last. Step, and this time we're going to move it a bit more. So after we take our lead off to our left, the rest of the move flows to the right. So let's break that down. Left, step, triple that way, spin that way, connect up on the triple, still going that way. It's sort of like you're getting out of a Lindy circle. You take your triple steps to the side and you tack back. So
that is an 8-count move. So it's a triple step, 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 triple step.
Triple, step, step, triple. And it's so much easier to spin on this floor. So we're going to start from the close. We're going to do a tuck turn and do our traveling thingy-mabobber. So we end up in this position. We end up in this position with a good amount of momentum that way. So we get to do a nice rock step. And now we're going to triple her around in front of us. So let's do that not slowly. Rock, step, triple her in front. We're going to let go and spin. And she's going to spin if she wants, and not spin if she doesn't want, because I didn't leave.
You didn't.
I did.
So I am going to be good and not spin, but...
Well, it's like a free spin. If you want to take another spin during a free spin, you're allowed to, because I'm not leaving it. So once I let go, you're spinning. Anyway, so the mechanics of this are rock, step. She goes around you, you let go, and you spin on your step, step. And then you triple step to anchor.
Again, an 8-count move.
Okay. So we got a rock, tuck, okay. So what's the first thing I wanted to mention was that we can 8-count everything. The second two parts are already 8-counted. To 8-count the first step, we do 1, tuck, spin, second spin, out. So you're going to need to, so you're going to need to rock, step, 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 step through a free spin.
Cool. So you don't have to do the second triple step after the spin.
I did it as a rock step, triple step, 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 triple step.
I guess you can do it that way too. What you're going to need to do is do 2 triple steps and 2 step steps. One of the step steps should be your rock step. And it doesn't matter where the others are. And as Jen just mentioned, we won't know the difference if we change it. The only trouble will be if she doesn't know what I'm doing and she steps here. Well, you didn't step there.
No, because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing.
So you want a triple step on the top because if you don't know what he's planning, you want to be ready for that.
You should be able to feel
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Not if I'm lazy.
If you don't feel it, then you'll catch them on the rock step. That's the rock. It's easy to feel that.
Yeah. No matter what happens, we will be taking the inside arms way back on the rock. So if she's on her right foot, she'll just
Yes.
sort of
Exactly.
kick off or something. So leads, think about what you're doing with yourself in this top turn. Are you just sort of standing here keeping time?
Yes.
And then you're going to have some stretch issues here. It'll work. And you're really going to have some stretch issues if you do a free spin. But that'll work. I mean, if you weren't being facetious, if that's what you want to do, you can. But you can come with her. You can bring this whole move to your left. Oh, that was not what the move was. The point is, you don't need to hold your ground on the tuck turn. You can bring the tuck to your left, and that'll keep the whole thing linear. I can do this move. Yes, I can. And then we go back the other way. So the whole move is going that way, then that way, then that way. Of course, we don't need to. If you hold your ground, you'll bring her not over there. Ow, this is not good. You'll bring her to your left. And then you'll go back with your super rock step. So here you'll be going sort of, you'll have this as your line between you, and suddenly your line between you changes like...
Let's keep the line so we don't kill each other.
That's not
I suppose that last dancer standing gets it done.
So what I want you to think about it is how you need to direct your follow depending on how you move. If you go here, you need to come with her. You can't just send her out. Shoo. And stay in place. Ow. Bad. She's far away. And I put her there. That's my fault. I need to go with her. If I bring her to my left, I can stay in place. But then we'll be going that way. I'm sorry, Mark. So that was important. Oh, and the other interesting thing is you've got another one of those cool differences. What's the difference between the top where you close up again and the put her in front of you? And even better, what's the difference between the put her in front of you and the let her go out like we did last week? Well, I don't remember what we did. The difference is you let her go out. Here I stay connected until here when I spun. The other one, you lose your back connection where? Lost. So yeah, there's nuances of back connection, and you both need to be present in the connection for that to make sense.
Also follows, I talked about this to a couple people, you probably just saw that when I was doing some of these, I wasn't turning when he was leading that out. You can just choose to turn if your lead doesn't actively lead a turn at the end of that last move. The lead can also lead a turn there with the hand on your back.
I put Jen here, and then I spin without giving her any information on her back. She can choose to spin, because I have no connection with her. I'm not stopping her. If, on the other hand, I sort of bring my arm through this, it's a little awkward, but you can lead that turn if you really want to make sure she turns. But yeah, once you let go of her, she's in a free spin position. She can spin if she wants.
So we've been doing it as spinning regardless of what your lead does. If you're dizzy, if you're feeling like you're struggling to keep up and you want to just take 2 steps back, you can do that.
As long as he
doesn't lead it.
Yeah. Last thought. The reason we decided to lead this move, to do this combination is it's exactly the same as last week's, sort of. That is, you can switch the first parts for each other, you can switch the second parts for each other, and you can switch the third parts for each other. So that one I did the first thing we did last week, the second thing we did this week, oh, and the third thing we did this week. That was bad of me. But my point is that these all start from closed. They end up with a side, and then they go into whatever you do, and you end up enclosed, ready to do whatever you want to do there. So these things are completely modular. Play with them as you want.